This podcast is sponsored by Dollar and Eyewear. Activate your alter ego with Dollar and Eyewear and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop DollarandEyewear.com. Tell them Demetrius Lee and Angela Lee in the Lee Life Experience Podcast sent you. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to a new episode of the Lee Life Experience Podcast. You have Angie and Demetrius here, and we will like to say thank you. Thank you those of you who've been rocking with us from A1 since day one. And if you're new here, hey, how you doing? Welcome. Don't keep us to yourself. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend about the Lead Life Experience Podcast. And hey, if you like to get your topics heard, or you don't quite agree with everything that Demetrius and I say, but you say, hey, Angie, I can create a dialogue. Come on and be a guest. Be a guest at the Lead Life Experience Podcast, and you want to text your questions, your topics, or to be a guest at 833-370-1608. Put relationships without an S in the comment. Demetrius, how you doing today?
I'm doing just lovely, honey bunch. Hey, hope everybody's doing good. Today, you're going to be a good podcast today, y'all.
Yes.
I know y'all, we're going to find out about terrorists, Democrats, Republicans.
Yes.
So, might have a little split. But hey, look, I want y'all to do me a favor. Like it or dislike it, I don't care. Let us know something. Give us feedback, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And subscribe on the Apple Podcast for us. We appreciate it. And like I said, we want to reach everybody we can reach. Help their, what they call it, I can't say the word.
Aneurysm.
Aneurysm.
Right.
You know my tongue. Y'all know this podcast. Know I talk fast. I'm a 1,000-mile talker rather I'm talking. So, I have a hard time saying certain words. But Honey Bunch, aside that, I love everybody and thank y'all. And let's go. I'm ready, Honey Bunch.
Yes. All right. We are going down to Kentucky, Demetrius.
Red State.
All right. So every time I click my phone, it goes to something else.
I kind of shot that ball on Kentucky Road down here like that, but that caught me out. I like that.
Okay. Hi, Lead Life Experience Podcast. First off, I love your show. I love y'all focus mostly on I know y'all focus mostly on relationships, but since your title mentioned life experience, I thought I'll throw this out there. I'm curious to hear your take on the current terrorist situation between the United States and the world, especially with China. It's been all over the news, and I wonder, how's it affecting folks like you? Maybe even personally or even in your community. How do you feel about the economic ripple effect, like price change or job impact? If this is too far outside your usual topic, no worries at all. I apologize for going off the script. Just thought I could spark an interest conversation based on your experiences. Thank you. My name is Eric from Kentucky.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, man.
So, Demetrius, since I know this is what some of your personal fave, I'm going to let you start off. Give you the honors to talk about it.
Oh, all right. Eric, right now, I ain't I was going to railroad, y'all. I was going to railroad. So, yeah, I have seen, terrorists, something going on. I kind of get affected on my job because I can see what come in. Cause I take the stuff to different customers, like wood and, plastic and stuff. Right now, I ain't be able to tell you right now. It ain't showing. One time I thought it was. I thought we'd probably go to a recession, but the car been picking back up. So on my end, looking good, Eric. But I've been watching people on TV and stuff. A lot of people losing jobs and job market. But then they say on TV the job market good. So I don't know what to believe. But I know some people say they're gonna lose their job. But on that terrorist situation area, I tell you, man, it's gonna hurt some people, man, if we don't get it straight. But Mr. Trump, he did 90-day pause. So I felt like he did a 90-day pause, to get stuff handled. Cause he couldn't stay in that tariff. It would have dropped the put the stock market straight to the ground, and them big people would have raised all kind of here and been there. So he did the right thing, go to a 90-day pause and get these stuff settled with these countries. And I believe he's gonna get it settled. I told my wife and my friends talk about it. A lot of people, it's kind of like my football team. I'm a Florida State fan. And a lot of people don't like my team, Florida State. And they want me to lose every game. We lost. We went for 2 games last year. So they want to lose every game. So they've been against me all the time. Okay. Now you said, what football got to do with tariffs? Okay. Mr. Trump, they don't like that man. Now, I don't just like Mr. Trump because I ain't got no problem with no Republican or Democrat. I ain't getting caught in that mess. But they don't like him. So what I'm saying to you is they want him to fail. But if he failed, the whole world, the whole United States failed. Why would you want that man to fail and take it down with him? I don't want to go down fall. I want him to do good. Because you don't like somebody, but you shouldn't wish bad on him. You should want that man to do good. Even though, something he do, I don't like everything the man do. I don't like how he talk to people. But that would make him special. Because he don't care what he say to you. You gotta have tough skin to deal with that man. But, some people say that about me. Because I say something I shouldn't say. I don't mean no harm by it, just the way I talk. Like I'm not. You see, I talk aggressive. Y'all can say I talk because I can't hear I want to hear that good, so I talk loud. My wife get on me all the time. But I say this him. We gonna get into some more, but I want to say that before we get started on this topic, I want y'all to stop hating on that man. Quit wishing bad on him. Now the man trying to get rid of these people like the MS-13 fellow, these gang members. Okay, they killing people, raping people. They trying to get them out of here. You know what y'all doing? The left people, the left, when they come to the left, y'all want to bring them back and stay here. Why would you want killers around you? And the politic people doing that, they still in a nice neighborhood. They ain't got to worry about these people breaking in their house or bothering their kids because their kids ain't around. Let their kids go in their territory. But people like us living around, middle class, living around these kind of people. So what I'm saying, why would you put your life in harm's way because you mad at Trump? It's like you say, I don't like Mr. Trump, but I understand what he's doing. And I'm pulling for him. That's what I be saying. I'm pulling for him. I ain't going to say, it's coming back on you. It's going to come back on us one day. Ain't nothing coming back on me because I got control of my own life. Anything happen to me, I know I can control it. Something, I can't control everything what other people do, but I control what I do and how I carry myself. And I've been around people that I know they're coming for you. I know how to get around them. I know how to get around them, so I don't get caught in that mess. I hate people. I don't know. I hate anybody. I can't even remember do I dislike anybody really. I don't fool with people, but I can't just think about it. So before we get the tariffs, I'm gonna let my wife tell a couple of things because I got to bring her along with this thing. But I want you to know, Eric, right now for the job wise, everything good on my end for my job. Honey, you go ahead and put some on top of that cake.
No,
put some ice on it.
I wanted you to keep on talking about it, though. I want you to explain a little bit.
About what?
The pros and cons of it, the good versus the bad, or what everybody feeling, because a lot of us are emotional right now. So what is
Okay, right now everybody emotional because he put them tariffs on them people. Okay, everything gonna went up. He got like President China. He got like 145, I think, % tariffs on them. So you can't get nothing. You buy something from China, they gonna call. You can't afford that right now. But when he get everything settled, you're gonna be able to afford that and more. Cause he trying to get you not just a tariff. He got a tax break coming with the same thing. All this tied together. He's trying to get y'all a tax break. People working in restaurant, your tip tax free, overtime tax free. Social Security gonna be tax free. I mean, he got a package plan, a tax cut plan for all of them. So all that tariff right now, I heard him say before he got offered. I ain't know what he talking about at the time, so I ain't even trying to say I know what he talking about. He said to everybody, so it gonna be some short pain, but long time gain. I ain't know what the man was talking about. Now I see what he talking about. But I can take this short pain. Y'all can too. Cause we've been through worse. Just quit pulling against him, pull for him to win, and do what he's supposed to do, and you're gonna have long time gain. I promise you have money in your pocket. Then somebody said, well, he don't tax you no more. You got to pay tax somewhere. Yeah, you got to pay tax somewhere. Or probably food probably won't go up, clothes or something. But think about it. you ain't be wasting your money. You gonna buy what you need to get. No people go to the grocery store to overbuy clothes. But now the shit went up. All you gonna do is say, well, I don't need but 2 t-shirts, 3 t-shirts. I don't need to buy no damn. Excuse my language. I don't need to buy no 4 packs of t-shirt. So you're gonna be smart about it. So that's what the pros and cons right now. How to go with it. So and look at something too. Like he had a list. If like China, he'll pay him like $999 billion, almost $1 trillion a year. That we paying China.
Mm.
Okay, China sending stuff with him. All we're paying, charging them, we get like $30 billion. Like I think 70 billion, something like that. You see the offset. And what Mr. Trump trying to do, he trying to get it equal. He trying to say, well, look at now, you ain't gonna set tariffs on me. You're gonna go to zero, or China won't let the United States even sell their cars over there. They can't even sell cars in China. But they want our computer technology. Cause Apple over there, anybody got technology, they make them give it to them. They say, now I know that all these Trump going people, these big billionaires be saying, you got to share your IP with them. Whatever you got going on, you got to share it with them. But you can't stock market. They in the stock market, but they don't play by the rules in the stock market. All kind of stuff going with China on that, man. So he trying to stop all that, even it off, where it's fair. Fair for China and fair for us. But we ain't gonna be getting them $900 trillion, not $9 trillion, $900 some billion to we getting 70 billion for them. Look at the math on that. You see the math?
Mm-hmm.
And all he trying to do to get even. Zero tariff. Or we buy y'all stuff, y'all take our car. Make it even. Let the consumer, let China's judge. Do I want an American-made car? I want a China car. Don't you make your mind for them. That's what they're trying to stop. And one more thing they say too. They say that it's like they've been cheating the whole time. They tell you they're gonna do something, they won't do it. Now I don't know all this true, y'all. I'm not no politician. Hey, what the man name? I'm not Jamie Dimon. I'm not I got the other man name. But these fellas know what they're talking about. They do it every day. So, Hunter Bunch, you go and slide in there. I mean, I put a little something on it, but you tell me how you feel about it.
As you
Other
was
countries too. Go ahead.
okay, as you was talking, I was researching. And part of my research, I'm citing it from. I'm in school now, so I can say I'm citing it from.
Okay.
I'm
Hunter
citing
Bunch.
it. I'm citing it from my sources coming from Perplexity AI. So those of you, that's one of the latest AIs that's giving you real time information. So it compiles it together, and it does come with a price. So it's not free. So anyway, to those of you, if you just joining in and you don't quite know what a tariff is, I'm gonna give you a quick explanation of what it is, quick definition. A tariff a tariff is a special fee or tax that the government put on things that comes from other countries, like toys, clothes, or food. Imagine if you want to buy a cool toy from another country. If there was a tariff on the toy, you would have to pay extra money for it to arrive to the United States. So how do it affect? It means prices go up. So by him, President Trump, putting a tariff on, increase it, that means everything goes up. When the government add tariff, it makes products go up, increase product in country very expensive. This means that you might have to pay more for the things that you want to buy. How is it helping the economy? It says helping American companies. Tariff can help American companies because if foreign products are more expensive, people that might buy more, that will force people to buy more American made products. That
That's right.
means creating more jobs inside the U.S. So it's saying trade relationships. Trade, if you don't know what a trade is, that means that China is one of the common places that the United States trade with. So listen to the relationship. Sometimes if U.S. put a tariff on other countries, those countries might not be happy. They might decide to put a tariff on American products too. This could make it even harder for American companies to sell their products abroad. So again, I know if you've been living up under the rock you see how China has came out and everybody kind of like debunking. Hey, you paying money for this? They switching the tags. They acting like it's come from Italy, but it really came from China. Or they are using a part of the purse maybe the
Hold on,
faster.
stop there. What you just say? They say China take them making the pocketbook like watches, like Rolex and stuff. They making them, then they send them to Italy, and Italy put their tag on, then they send to another place, then they come to the United States. So it basically started in China. So, but China getting paid all through that process, like kind of like they cheating. Like China might take clothes and sell clothes to the Asian, to Korea, South Korea, sell clothes to them. Okay, when they sell it to them, Korea sell it to the United States, but really China got paid, got around the tariffs by sending to Korea, got a cheaper, a cheaper tariffs on it. That's what they're doing. That's what they're trying to stop. But go ahead, what you're saying. I don't want to explain to everybody what Mr. Trump is trying to do. He's trying to stop that.
Okay. This could make it harder. So, choice for consumers is a because tariff may make it fewer choices when buying certain products. If many of the things that you like are expensive, we might only be able to see American-made toys in the store or whatever it is that you like, American-made clothes, which would be kind of like a win-win to those of you, especially if you over here in again black-owned businesses. If you're black-owned businesses and you really trying to sell your purse or your coat, you won't have to try to compete with all these other Alibaba products because they're not going to be able to be over here anyway. So you'll be able to sell and make your fabric or dress or whatever, um, in order to kind of decrease the tariff from being out the country. So then I went ahead and I also put in and I searched this and I said, how many countries as far as being the supplier that's number one on the common good list for the United States? So it listed them in order, and it said China. China number one is a common good for things like electronic, your smartphones. Where do you think it come from? These phones that we own, these computers that Demetrius and I are
It's
recording
Apple
on.
stuff. It been made over there, but see, it's American-made company. And China is taking our technology. When you go over there, where Apple make some new technology, they got to get to China. So China take the technology and put it in their phone and sell it back to us over here. That's what they're saying. They're trying to stop that. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So I'm giving you just a list of other suppliers because a lot of times if you're not in the supply chain, and I'm only thinking about it because, my son does courier. And even with that courier, that's when I had to learn for him to do his business what a supply chain is. And some of you probably don't even kind of pay attention to it because you just know that, you want to go to the grocery store, you want to go get some chicken, you go and get your chicken. But it is a process of people who supply the chicken to go to Walmart or wherever or the grocery store, Kroger's or Publix, wherever you getting your meat from. So think about every different name brand of the chicken. That's a different supplier. So just think about whether it's food, whether it's clothes, whatever, it's a different supplier that you have to create a relationship with. So help people connect the dots on what really is a supplier. Why do we care? You care because everything that you do in your daily life is contributing to that. So like I said, China number one, Canada is number two. Canada common goods that we use is oil, natural gas, vehicles, lumber, and machinery. So again, we don't want to make Canada mad because they quick to tell us, oh, we'll cut the lights off on Michigan. We'll cut the lights off. So again,
Michigan, Minnesota,
New
and
York.
Miami. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
so
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So your top big old cities who we know that's needed. How are we going to get that electricity? Then it says Mexico common goods, vehicles, electronic, machinery, agriculture. So again, you got to think about your avocado, your vegetables, avocados and tomatoes and minerals. Demetrius and I were just looking for watermelon, looking for watermelons, and we're like, okay, where is these watermelons coming from? So again, it has to be from a place that grow these stuff year round that don't have a temperature change, and being able to produce these fruits and vegetables. But how are we gonna get them? So again, when I go to the farmers market, I have paid as high as $15.99 for a watermelon with seeds in it, but I wanted that watermelon with seeds in it. So I didn't care about what I cost because I know the health benefits that I get from it. Japan, vehicles, machinery, electronics as well. South Korea, electronics, smartphones, TV, vehicles. United Kingdom, pharmaceuticals. So you better think about your medication. Where you think the medication coming from? France, aerospace products. Think about, airplanes flying, luxury goods and wines. India for your pharmaceuticals as well, machine and textile. And then number 10 is Italy coming up for all your fashion products. And say it also have machinery and vehicles as well. And I think it also said these countries are significant in trading partners with the United States, providing a variety of essential goods and support for American consumers. This list may change over time due to the shift of the trading policies in the global economic and conditioning. So again, you all, when you're talking about realistically, and you think you shouldn't care about China, you shouldn't care about all these other areas, I'm telling you, you should, because right now we have it, but what if we run out?
Well, start with that. That's what you just said. Everything you just say. That's what Mr. Trump and the United States trying to do. Like I said, we need count. We getting steal from them. We got the power from them. Okay, they get mad. Cut it out. We doing. He trying to tell everybody, bring like Apple, come back over here. You ain't got to pay no tax. He ain't gonna make them pay tax. So we somehow, like when we got COVID, a lot of people, I didn't know this either until I read up on it. When we got COVID, all the medicine made in China, but China had to ship it to us. They're saying China won't start the COVID. Okay, say they started leaked out a lab over there. Okay, now they got the medicine. We got to wait. We didn't get the medicine. They wouldn't send it because they wanted us to die. That's what I think. They wouldn't send it to us. We finally got it. But hell, we had the medicine come over here in the United States. We had our medicine right then. Okay, a war break out. The car manufacturer said war break out. You got to build tanks, right? Got to build tanks. You got to build armament equipment. Okay, you got the car dealership to steal here. You can build your stuff right here and somehow. Right now, I said war break out. Mm-hmm. We need steel. China got to steal and Canada ain't getting you no steel. Mm-hmm. We ain't got no. We don't build cars no more. We ain't got no factory to build no car and we can build a tank at. Back in like when the World War II broke out, that's what they did. They say they needed tanks. They needed war vehicles. So they told Ford, Chevrolet, and steel people. They built the car there. And they did all that. Like people had food, like restaurant, not food, like for the men and the military boy. We had food market that made food and sent it to them boys while they're in the field fighting. Mm-hmm. So it makes what I'm saying to you. Mm-hmm. The war broker right now, we need steel. We ain't got no steel place over no more. But Mr. Trump telling them to come back over here, open your steel plant up. It's a military, he said, what he call it? It's a military problem right now because somehow a war breaker, like I say, we ain't got the equipment to even build nothing because we got to get everything for everybody else. Yeah. He said we got plenty of wood. We got plenty of wood over here. We got plenty of oil. We don't need to get this stuff in other countries. So he better do his thing now. Like right now, China got minerals. We need minerals to build bombs, build missiles, planes, all kind of stuff. But we can't. China said, "No, I ain't getting to them more now." Mm-hmm. So now we got to go find somewhere now. So I don't want you to add on what you're saying for people that always know what you're talking about. When you talking about that stuff over there, at least you call out. And America, I'm gonna tell y'all, as American people, we are a cash cow for the world. Always a cash cow. Everybody make product except to America. All them cars, them BMW, your Lamborghini, your Maserati, all them hot dollar cars, we buy. Nobody buy that stuff like that. Everybody, people buy in the world but one, but we buy most of all that stuff, Bentleys. How people making it. But they don't want our car. They don't want American-made car. We try to send them, no, we don't want y'all car. But you do get them, we got to pay so much money so they won't even take them. So that's what he's trying to stop. He's trying to make get an even playing field with all these countries. Not just China. We're talking about China too, but Europe, Asia, You got Vietnam, everybody. Yeah. So you trying to Vietnam was charging like 90 And the 90%
Wait, I'm
tariff.
go I'm getting ready to go hit on that next. Yeah.
But go ahead, you can go jump on
Okay.
it.
All right. So I also went down because again, if you are a person like me, and again, I want to like know more, and like Demetri was saying, I know it's so much in the world that we could, and everybody's saying something because you got the Democrats, you got the Republicans, and everybody going against each other. You got the liberals and the conservatives, everybody going against each other. But then you have some people who right there, they got common sense, and I have common sense.
I got
And
conversation too
so
much bunch.
I want to be able, I want to know still like what really is they talking about? Like, is it what, the president really talking about, and Elon and everything that they discovering about the left or the right, exactly like what exactly is, kind of like going on for your understanding that what's true and what's fake. How about that? So anyway, I went ahead and asked Perplexity, and it says to understand the trade balance between the United States, the major trading partner, we can look at it from an import and export between the United States and these countries. Here is a general overview of the trading. Details will show you of the U.S. buying from these countries compared to how much they buy from us.
That's right.
United States, based on the data of available from 2022, 2023. So again, it's giving you kind of like the one that's already like the already in is already gone. So we ain't doing no forecasts and projections. These are what's already been counted for. It said number one, China. The U.S. imported, that mean gave to 540 billion dollars, while the US exported approximately $150 billion. The trade balance is a deficit of $390 billion is what USA is in debt of.
Yeah.
So going to Canada, the United States imported 300 billion to them. The United States exported, that means taking back, it was only $300. So we don't have no kind of debt with Canada. Canada good. Mexico. The USA, United States approximately imported 350 billion. United States exported approximately 250 billion, meaning it's a deficit of 100 billion with Mexico. Let's go to Germany. USA imported 130 billion. The USA export approximately 6 billion with a deficit of 70 billion. And I know I'm sorry that I was putting it on the word, but it says Japan import and then export. I say imported, but I was talking fast as well. Japan, that's 140 billion that was spent with you all. The United States took back export 70 billion with a
Yeah.
deficit of $70 billion.
You say 70, right?
70. I'm not
Okay.
finished, Demetri. Hold on.
Yeah. All right.
South Korea, 100 billion was given. Taken back was approximately 60 billion. So United States is in a deficit of 4 billion with them. United States Kingdom, the United States gave them 60 billion, and the United States export 50 billion. Trade deficit 10 billion. France, the United States import 50 billion. United States export 30 billion with a deficit of 20 billion. India, United States export 80 billion. United States export 50 billion with a deficit of 30 billion. And the last one that's on this list is Italy. The United States imported 50 billion and export 30 billion with a deficit of 20. So the only one that's in good common grounds is China. And I guess that's why China
Not
say, hey, I
China.
mean,
Good
not
coming.
China, Canada. I
Canada.
guess
Yeah.
that's why Canada say, wait a minute. I thought we were cool. We don't owe y'all nothing. Y'all don't owe us nothing. We doing fair and square. What you giving is what you putting in is what you getting out. But like Demetri said, the United States has been a cash cow to many other countries.
Yeah. I mean, that's where you trying to stop. I mean, people don't understand. Some people get mad. They so mad at President Trump. Oh, that ain't gonna work. That shit ain't gonna work. Just going off. Why don't you want to work? Stella, you're saying, I hope it work. I don't know, but I'm pulling for it, man. Cause it gonna help you. It ain't gonna help me. Why did it help you? I mean, he trying to. If it help, he gonna cut the damn taxes off. Like people make, he say people that make $150,000 a year or below 150, you ain't gonna gotta pay no federal tax. Now, still gotta pay your state tax. That's what you're trying to do. That ain't gonna work. That stuff you don't want him to work because you want him to fail. I've been around, and people, anybody listening to this podcast know what I'm talking about. If you don't like somebody, you want them to fail. I don't care they doing right. If they're doing right, say like especially women. I'm gonna use y'all women for example. You got a child by woman, y'all break up. She putting against you. She wants you to paint your son, telling you a bad daddy. She wants you to fail. Cause she hates you, she mad at you. But she don't want you to succeed. Instead of wanting you to succeed, because she gonna succeed. I mean, if the daddy succeed, the son gonna succeed. Cause he'll be a better dad to his son. But people don't look like that. I always want the bad for people. And I want y'all to stop that. When you don't just like somebody and they're doing the right thing, you know they're doing right, but you want them to fail. Stop that. Stop it. Please stop it. Because you need to be hurting yourself. That's what I say about that. Go ahead, Hunter, but I just want to add that in there. How you feel about it? I mean,
that's all I have.
I mean, how you feel about for like, okay, I'll say this to y'all. All my life, me and my wife, a lot of my friends, most of all my friends, we all been trained to be a Democrat. I'm gonna say this in there, I'm gonna call it a day. My brain been trained to be a Democrat since day one. Since I came in the world in 1970. September 11th, 9/11, 1970, I came to this world. I've been trained to be a Democrat. But I never had the choice to pick my own who I wanted to pick, a Republican or a Democrat. But this year, after Kamala Harris ran, and I'm gonna tell you, I voted for Kamala Harris. I did. I voted for her. But when I started looking at what was going on in this world, what Mr. Trump talking about, I go both sides. I go to Fox News, I go to CNN, I go to MSB, whatever we call it. I listen to all of them. But I got common sense. And when I realized Mr. Trump is trying to save this world yeah, he got a plan. He want to go down with the best president in the world, I think. That's what he's trying to do. So yeah, he's trying to do the right thing. And he got a hidden agenda. He might do have a hidden agenda, but he's trying to do the right thing. It might be some at the end we ain't seeing, but I know he's trying to help us do the right thing. Like say, I don't agree with kids, boy playing girl sport. I ain't present for homosexual or gay people. I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't, some people hate them. I don't hate people like that. I'm not a hateful man. But I want my granddaughter playing with no boy. He 10 times stronger than my granddaughter here. They need to get a lead for homosexuals or girls, whatever, and put them in the lead by themselves. Let them play ball with each other. There won't be no problem. Let the girl play with the girl, and let the homosexual boys who want to be girls, let them play with each other. That's how you break that up. And be fair for everybody. And I say all that to say Mr. Trump is trying to do the right thing. But people mad, everybody, I agree with that now, Mr. Trump. I agree with you doing it. Everybody won't agree with that. Then they start talking about people, the gang members sending them back. Most people agree with I agree with that. And some people don't agree with it. Okay. Black people, we're gonna be next. Okay. Getting out of hand with that. Okay. Then he trying to cut the tax back. He can't do that. That's impossible. Everybody say he can't do it. The stock market went down. I mean, everything the man tried to do. He ain't been out for 100 days. Y'all trying to kill this man. Take him down. Give that man a chance. Pull for him. It gonna benefit you. I'm a like my wife say, we non-partisan. I ain't no public, I ain't a Democrat no more. But I ain't been get brainwashed with people telling me all this crazy stuff. The Democrat do this, but Democrat, I ain't never saw him do nothing. I tell you what they gonna do, but I ain't never saw him do nothing. And I know somebody stealing that money. Elon Musk is filing. He ain't lying. I know they're taking it. All of them taking it, I think. Yeah, they're getting that money. He said he got proof of it. It's a lie. You know that man can get sued telling a lie like that. You can't just go steal somebody, accusing somebody, taking some money, and you got proof on him. Use common sense, y'all. For him to say that, he got the proof on it. Now, they might be a lie, not be a lie. They might go say, well, what you thought wasn't like that, but yeah, they doing it. That's where all our tax money going. So I'm gonna start if I close my part out. Just use common sense, y'all. Just use common sense. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Use your brain and and think about it. I don't like the man. Take it out your head. Look what he's trying to do. You gonna get caught, but you don't like him. You're gonna lose out. Pull for him. If he's doing the right thing. Now he doing some crazy stuff. Nah, don't pull for him. But I don't like when he talk to China and the boy. He talking to China, call them peasants and stuff. Nah, I ain't with all that. That's disrespecting people. So don't get me wrong now. Something I don't like you do, something I do like. All I'm telling you to do, because if you don't like somebody, don't pull against them if they're doing the right thing. Pull for them, because it gonna help you. You know good well he cut back on overtime. How many people gonna help you? You got to pay them taxes overtime. How many people gonna help you think?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
You gonna help?
Yeah. How many people that you got tip money? You got to pay taxes on. How many people gonna help?
Mm-hmm.
People got insurance like disability, not disability, Social Security. Who getting taxed? You gonna stop all that? But he can't do it. Yeah, he can do it. If you support him, he can. It can be done. Quit saying that. And I'm gonna say the edge. I'm gonna close it out. I don't want to tell y'all just use common sense and quit pulling against the president and the people who trying to do the right thing. If doing something bad, I'm with you. I ain't going with no bad talk. But something like what he doing now, what he got put out there on the table with the tariffs and all that shit right. Now, can he put a law? We don't know. Well, I'm pulling for him too. All right, $100. I'm done. You can close it out.
Okay. Eric, I hope that we have answered your question. What is the tariff? How is it affecting? And it's gonna affect everybody. And unfortunately, for the people that losing their job, they have lost their job behind it. Um, it's some changes. And again, I personally, navigating because I work in healthcare. I haven't seen any changes yet, but I see change that came with the patients that I'm seeing that, they having to make a decision because they can't afford their medication and some of them was already on the edge. Now, this is really cutting them in when you're talking about cutting, they worry. They worrying about their Social Security. They worrying about their Medicare. They worrying about their Medicaid.
He ain't gonna cut
And
it.
and unfortunately, even threatening like he's gonna cut it.
He ain't
There's
threatening it.
there's something to be worried about. Yeah, he did say that.
No, he say that he gonna get rid of the fraud out of it. The fraud, you got people taking advantage that the Social Security don't supposed to be on it. You got people getting Medicaid, don't supposed to be there. Medicare don't supposed to be there. He gonna get them out of there. That's
Yeah.
all he ain't trying to do. But go
Well,
ahead.
I'm just saying for my take of it, I'm gonna be. This is where Demetrius and I be like oil and water because I'm always gonna go for the underdog. I'm always gonna go for that. Mr. Trump can sit over there and do whatever it is over there on the president throne. But when you're talking about people are already on the edge and already getting them a chance, people are already struggling. After COVID happened, a lot of people are already struggling. People are already
Who fault that is?
robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Who
And
fault that is?
I'm even saying that, when those of us nurses that got paid very well during COVID and we went and got accumulated stuff, we don't want to lose our stuff. Now the real life didn't happen and everybody, you ought to see how many nurses that was nursing entrepreneurs or nurses that, they wouldn't have to work. Now they coming back in the workforce. They feel like this is not even enough money. Some of them working 2 and 3 and 4 jobs. Some of them of us having to do bi-coastal work, flying to California or some other area to try to make ends meet because we are used to a certain way of living and we want to keep what we have. But if you're going to go ahead and make it worse for those of us who are hardworking, to make it worse for those people, some people are taking care of their parents. Demetrius, you're not. But what if you had to take care of your parents? You would be able, I'm sure your outlook would be a little bit different if you had to personally go to work on your job and pay a sitter out of your pocket and being able to take care of your mom and your dad, being able to have a sitter, things that you take for granted now because it don't happen to you. But for those of us that have been on Medicaid, who has been on EBT, who have been on those supply chains and having it on the health system when I was pregnant with a baby, having all those things cut. Demetrius, that's hard. That's difficult. That's challenging.
EBT need to be cut. I don't agree with that. Y'all need to grown with ass women. You get a damn job and take care of to work. So I ain't been going. See,
So
I
wait a
told you,
minute. Well, like I
I ain't going
said,
no. Now somebody's sick now. I
okay,
agree
but
with that.
that's what my thing is. Like I said, when you are talking about, but the thing is, from whatever people say, that's the people who get approved by whatever you put on your questionnaire. A lot of us had to fib a little bit in order to try to
Okay,
get some of
that's what he's
those
trying to stop.
resources.
He's trying to stop. A lot of had to fib a little bit. He's trying to stop the fib a little bit. He want to stop
You know why? Because
that.
my baby daddy didn't pay for it out of his pocket. He
Oh,
didn't pay for my child to be
people
born.
like what you say. He gonna stop you. He gonna stop you. He gonna get somebody who really
Well,
need
I
it.
guess that's why I'm rooting for the underdog. Black power, rise up.
Hey y'all, shut it down. Shut this podcast down.
You all, this is the Lead Life Experience podcast. I hope, Eric, that we said something that kind of gave you a little bit of insight into your situation. Again, we still learning as things evolve, and we have to take President Trump one day at a time. I'm telling you, one day at a time, because I'm constantly asking my mom or my mother-in-law, what has President Trump did today? What has JD Vance said today? What Elon saying today? But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm only waiting to the day that those powerful men butt heads. And when they do butt heads, because see, people can only be in power. It can't be a whole lot of chief and a little bit of Indians. They have to be a certain one. Somebody have to feel like somebody. And that's one thing about an alpha man, an alpha person, women too. They don't like nobody being more powerful than them. They want people to bow down to them. And see, it's gonna be a power surge. You watch and see a power struggle, because the president is the president. Elon is the vice president, and Vice President JD Vance, he feels a certain type of way. So you watch how it play out as well. I'm just gonna tell everybody, get up and do what you the best you can. I am really following John Bryant. That's he's not who I'm getting all my news from, but he's who I'm getting my encouragement from. And he's already telling you, get loaded on education. Look at how the world turning and changing. Evolve with it. Get yourself in education. Learn some stuff about AI. Learn how to get out here and know some things so you can teach some things so you can be able to make a little bit of money. Because if they do pass and go to crypto, if he do cut the pennies out, if he do turn the world into cashless, you better be able to transition into time. You don't want to get left behind. It's so many people left behind because they didn't want to get emails. They didn't want to do digital. Think about it. Look how Walmart came in. Look how, oh, I don't feel comfortable scanning my own groceries. Guess what you're doing? They built more. So looking when you go to McDonald's, look how the kiosks is up there. They don't have people. They cutting jobs, and if you are not putting yourself where you can be marketable, you better be trying to learn and be an asset. I told my niece that, and she's a nurse, don't be sticking in no one specialty. Be an asset. Learn something else that's in high demand in order to get yourself some money. Because when the world was closed down, they didn't need an ER nurse. I was out in California, they didn't need a nurse, a ER nurse. Everybody was sheltered in place. So you better be trying to learn some things and being able to be valuable so you will be able to be marketable. And even if the world closed down or shut down or whatever the case may be, you still can be able to go out here and make you some money, even during these challenging times. But like Demetrius said earlier, we have to be able to give President Trump a chance to pan out what it is that he's starting in order to see, is it going to benefit us or is it going to hurt us? But you better stay aware. Don't be putting your head in the hole like you don't want to hear it. You still need to be abreast. You don't have to listen to the news, but to whoever your trusted source is. Rise up, Jasmine Crockett. I'm here for her. Demetrius, you have anything else?
Nothing else I gotta say. I have a blessed day, and I want everybody to know I love you and just adapt. That's all I gotta say.
All right.
That what's going on. Thank you.
All right. If you want to get your questions heard and if you enjoyed what you heard, don't forget to comment, like, and like, share, and subscribe to all your podcast, listening platforms. And again, if you would like to be a guest, don't hesitate to give us a call or get your letter into us at 833-370-1608. Put relationships without an S in the comment. Enjoy. This is the Lee Life Experience Podcast.
Hi, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the episode so far. You are here with the Lee Life Experiences. And remember, if you want to get your topics discussed or get our opinion or our perspective, join us text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comment.